problem. So when you see the news, when you hear things, don't solve too many problems. Before somebody will be solving 15 problems at the same time. No, that's not what we're saying. But that's one way. And then the second thing you can look at, again, problems, is that we see, I don't know how many of us have seen, there are not a lot of foreign branded products in our supermarkets because of the cost of importation. Has anybody noticed that? Yeah? So I have a dear friend of mine. What she did is she used cassava to make biscuits for children that go to school. She started it in her house. She's been doing it for a little over a year, and she got investments to open a factory. I know it sounds far, the factory. That's why I said she started in her kitchen. Again, she solved the problem she noticed. So apart from problem solving, design thinking, learn to be curious. We spend a lot of our time as Nigerians complaining about the situation. And believe me, the situation isn't easy. I appreciate that. But you have to learn to be curious so your ears are open.
I'm actually interested on that question you asked her, that she promising ones that we think that, these companies are like, they are promising ones that we think that, these companies are like, they are legit, that people can actually invest their money and make profit in it. But at the long run, you see that that company is actually a scam, something like CBX. That I knew that many people invested in it and actually it became a scam. So my question is, if she can be able to give me or like us or people that are interested in investment, like 2 or 3 of the apps she knew that that like maybe she's doing it for a very long while. She knew that this app is good in investment. If she can give us like
he's asking for your.
Okay.
What's your name again? Huh? What's your name?
Somadina.
Okay, Somadina is asking for your backing. He's asking which apps do you recommend? And if you can speak to the issue of Ponzi, is it advised?
Yes. So when I was a student, I did fall into one of these scams. Let me be very transparent.
Clarify, is it advised or not?
Sorry?
The issue of Ponzi, investing in Ponzi.
No, it's not advised. And I did it once and I never did it again. Because you don't have a lot of money, right? When I was a student, I didn't have a lot of money, but I was investing from that age because that's kind of how we were brought up, okay? Now, Annie has given you an example of how you invest your money, right? So 5% of whatever you have, it should be the most you invest in risky ventures. Now, what apps do I use? I only started using Rise today because I heard of the returns. So I was actually chasing her for real. The return is wonderful. So let me just say it like that. Then I use Standard Chartered Bank. There's an ETF. ETF is exactly what Eni explained. It's a collection of investment types. It could be types, it could be stocks that you can invest in because you may not be able to afford to buy Google shares, for example, because of the cost, the high unit cost. Then Stanbic Bank is a good one. But let me tell you guys a story of an investment I made as a student. I invested with ARM. ARM, you can start investing with 5,000 naira. I did an investment in a mutual fund, which was not high risk. As a student, you should not be doing high risk investment because your money is precious to you. Okay? And that
how do you know a high risk investment?
Where you can't really explain what they're investing in. Number one, exactly what you said. They can't explain what they're investing in. They just say, guy. You hear a lot of guy. They're promising returns that don't make sense. They said this will bust your brain. It will.
But not in the way you hope.
It will. Don't do it. He's telling you you're going to get 100% investment 2 days. It's not true. And that's why I say your mindset has to be, I will be wealthy. Not, I am going to be wealthy today. Okay? Now, this investment, I made it as a student with ARM. You can start with 5,000 naira. I think it's 5,000 naira. It's a mutual fund, so it's low to moderate risk. And real investment firms will show you the investment risk.
And people that we can hold responsible, right? So, could you briefly tell us about RiseVest and how it helps build wealth? Does it help build wealth?
Definitely, it does help build wealth. So I can even tell you from my personal story. Rise is over 6 years now, right? The company started in 2020. And luckily, KYC imputes your bank details, and then you take an investor quiz, like what she mentioned. So there's an investor quiz that can actually tell you, based on your answers, what kind of investor you are, whether you're a high risk, a medium, or a low risk, and then it would suggest an asset class that you should invest in.
Okay, so what's the profit one makes from RiseVest?
Okay, so for instance, we can, on your Naira investment, you can get up to 25% per annum, right? So from 15 to 25. If you invest 500,000 and below, you get 15% returns per annum. If you invest 5 million upwards, you get 25%. So this way, depending on where you are, your financial level, you can start. And in dollars, you can get up to 12% returns per annum. So these are medium to low risk investments. Of course, we have stock investments for people that are higher risk, but then I wouldn't advise that.
If someone invests a sum of money, do you get the money, do you get the interest immediately, or do you have to wait till it matures? Does it work like treasury bills where you're paid upfront, then you wait, or do you wait till the end?
So you get your interest paid to you monthly, right? But you can't withdraw your capital until it matures. The interest is paid into your Rise wallet monthly. So you can withdraw this or you can compound, like she says. My advice is to compound. So when you're withdrawing your capital, it's better.
Okay, thank you so much. So do we have any more questions from the audience? Yes, before we get to your side, let's have you. She stood up before and then, yes, go ahead. Your question.
All right, good afternoon. So what really piqued my interest was about investing. And I have tried learning investment through so many YouTube videos. I even downloaded the CarryWise app and I watched some of their videos, but it gets very confusing when I do that. So my question is, are there any structured organizations or academies in Nigeria that you can recommend for a beginner in investment to help us invest safely step by step?
All right, thank you very much. What's your name?
Sarah.
So could you respond to that, Sarah's question?
Okay. Hi, Sarah. So great question, right? And I would like to let you know that RiseVest has an investment community. So you don't have to be using the app to be part of this community. It's a Telegram group, right, that you can easily join. You can just meet our representatives at the exhibition booth, and they'll give you the link to join the Telegram. And we have monthly investment club meetings where you can ask any questions. There are different levels. It's beginner friendly, and then it teaches you how to invest.
Okay, so Sarah, I'll just add to this. The community is great. It's always a great place to ask questions. I would say the first step is understand the three things about investing. To invest, it has to be a good investment and it has to give interest. Abi, you don't need to know more than that. Pick one investment, no matter how small. We've mentioned quite a number today. We've said Rise. How much do you have? Take that amount and invest it. You don't wait till you know everything to start investing. The way I'm speaking today is because I've been doing it for a long time. I told you that I fell prey to a funny scheme because I didn't understand, and that's okay. So just do one thing. Today, download the app or go to your bank and see what investment opportunities there are. Invest an amount and see what it means. We spoke about compound interest. Just go to YouTube. What is compound interest? Remember it and continue your journey.
All right.
You don't have to know everything to get started.
Good afternoon.
Yes, so could we have the last question?
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone.
Where's the good afternoon coming?
From me.
Okay.
Please, I would like
Yes.
that.
Good afternoon,
How
everyone.
many afternoons? Who is
I
saying
would like that you.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Then we'll come.
Yes, I would like that you throw a little more light on treasury bills, mutual fund, stock. Just differentiate it because that could be what our children will thank you for.
All right, go ahead.
All right, great. What's your name?
I have a question.
Tochi.
Did you say good afternoon?
Yes, I did.
Your name is good afternoon. What's your name?
Tochi.
Tochi.
Okay, all right, Tochi. So great question. So, first of all, I'll start with the type of investments they are. One is basically done through the government, and then the other one is done investing in companies. So for stocks, you're buying a share of that company. What this means is that you're owning a particular percentage of the company. So when you go to the Nigerian Stock Exchange and you say, I want to invest, let me say, for instance, Seplat, which is one of the stocks that's been doing great in the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and you put in 5,000 naira, it will give you a particular percent of that share. While treasury bills is something that you lock for a particular time. So you can do it for 3 months, so that's 90 days. You can do it for 6 months, depending on how much you invest. And you can also start with any amount.
All right, thank you. We're unfortunately out of time, but we need to take the second good afternoon. So could you quickly ask your question?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Engineer Chibuzo Chigozia Anthony. I want to ask this question. How does school system intend to introduce financial education to youngsters and millennials who are coming out from school? Because before we talk about investment, we should be talking about financial education. It's from financial education, being financially literate, that some of these guys will be able to understand how to make money, save money. Then that is spend less than what you're making, so you can have a difference to save. Then multiply money. That is where the compounding comes in. Then over time, when you've built the money, you'll be able to invest. And I like what the madam at the center talked about, building ways to wealth. That is when you have invested in some of these assets, returnable assets that have power to put money in your pocket. That is making these young guys to understand the difference between asset and liability.
All right. So could you emphasize the question briefly?
How does the school system intend to introduce financial education to youngsters so that they'll be able to understand how these things work?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I actually think that's a brilliant question. And I know that there are efforts that universities... Are you a student, sir? Sorry? Anyway, you're a what?
I'm a CEO of a company. I'm the CEO of Card Motor Limited.
Oh, you're a CEO. Because what I was going to suggest was that there's a lot that's already available to you to learn. But if you want to learn as a group, there's no harm in creating an investment club. I did that in university. There were a couple of us that were interested in investing. And now you can actually get people to come into your investment club for webinars to teach you about things.
All right.
The world is borderless. You need to take advantage of it.
All right. Thank you so much. And that brings us to the end of this session. Thank you once again, NAUB, and of course, Snap-on. I hope we all gained something from this segment. Thank you once again. And to the organizers, thank you. Lorenzo.
You can take a picture. Come on, just stand for a picture. If you guys need some handsome guy around, I can help to spice it up a little bit. Let me help them. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you. All right, please, another round of applause for them. That's some sort of advert for me, you know. I had to make it very, very brisk. Thank you. Wow, Napa, thank you. Ene, thank you so much. And then, superlatively, I want to appreciate Natalie again. Thank you for that performance. It was good. Thank you. The questions are just apt for the now. Okay, we have 2 more. And these 2 are going to be very short. They're not going to be as long as the others. But then we're going to look at a multimedia screen because there's something. Eliezer, is he here? There's some information we need to see. If not, we can move on, please, because of time. Okay, maybe you'll continue. Then, okay, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next fireside chat is titled Upskilled But Broke. It's an interactive training on crafting compelling pitches and investor relations. So that's what it's here. And to moderate the session
I would have loved to say more things about her, but maybe I'll do that after now. But let's put our hands together for Faith Victor Onyekwere, another very, very enterprising, innovative young lady making things happen here in our city. Please keep clapping for her. She takes the stage. She's going to let us know who her panelists are shortly.
Thank you very much, Lorenzo. What do you want to say after now? Okay, very quickly, I'll be calling my panelists. How many of us here are skilled, but we don't have money? You have the talent, you have the skill, but you are broke. Let us now talk about it, all right? Okay, so I'm going to be calling up on stage Mr. Raymond Chuma. He's an amazing guy. He leads the ecosystem. He's an ecosystem builder, right? And he leads a team at the Green Age Technologies. Please put your hands together for him as he comes. Mr. Raymond. He's not yet here now. Keep clapping. Thank you for clapping. We also have an amazing lady. She's a powerhouse. And she runs a platform known for empowering thousands of young people with high-income digital skills. So please, a round of applause for Cynthia Equitos, okay? Round of applause. She's not yet here. She's a beautiful lady. You know, they used to clap especially for beautiful ladies. Okay, while she's coming up, we also have, joining us on stage, Mr. Osita. He's going to be shaking tables here. Please, a round of applause for Mr. Osita. He is a technology strategist and has led different initiatives in different tech platforms. All right. And of course, we also have an amazing lady, a phenomenal lady, known for transforming bold ideas into structured and scalable ventures. Her name is Faith Victor. Round of applause for her. That's myself. Now, talking about being skilled and broke. I would love to hear from, they say ladies first, and I'm a lady, so yeah. Let us hear from do you know she is also known as the digital witch? She's going to be introducing herself, and then she would answer the question: is there a missing step between learning